Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I do have to fill you guys in on what's been going on this past couple of weeks. Last time I made a video, I was telling you guys I was going to drop the Forever stuff. I did drop that already last month, and that went super well. I just want to say thank you guys for that real quick. I was not expecting it to go that well, but you guys' support was like crazy. So thank you guys for that again. I don't know if you guys can see behind me, but there's an engine picker right behind me because I actually pulled the engine out of the Z. The Z is actually right here behind me under this cover. I pulled the engine because the piston rings in this engine right here was actually going really bad. They were going bad, and I was burning like a quart every, I'm not even gonna lie, I say I burned a quart every 3 or so days. It was that bad. A lot of blue smoke would come out the exhaust when I would drive. It was just all bad. I had to stop at O'Reilly's at least like once, maybe twice a week, depending how much I dropped the car. It was getting bad, and I was tired of just spending money on oil all the time and having to walk in, buying more oil for this damn Z. It was so embarrassing. Luckily, I was able to pick up this motor. I got it for around, it was like $1,500. After shipping everything, it came to like right under 2K. So this is the new motor that I picked up. It's a JDM motor, so it came from Japan, and it has roughly around, I'd say, it said on the website it has about 45,000 to 60,000 miles on it. So that's pretty good compared to what I have on this one. Not gonna lie, I was already expecting to have to change the motor once I bought the Z, just because it does have a lot of miles on it. When I had it, I wasn't doing nothing too crazy. I'm not mad that it went out, but I was already expecting it. So yo, I yanked that thing out, the Z. Let me go ahead and pull this off real quick, and I'll show you guys what the engine bay looks like. And there it is, guys, the engine bay with no engine. It looks it doesn't look too bad in here. Honestly, I was expecting it to look a lot worse. The goal today is to clean up all this stuff, make it look nice. Also need to switch over this wiring harness over to the new engine. I have a lot of good parts on this engine that I need to swap over to here, so that's pretty much the goal today. And as long as I get those things done, I'll be pretty happy. I've been trying to balance like work and trying to work on the Z. You know, I did get sick throughout me trying to take everything apart from the Z, so that sent me back like at least like 4 days. So I didn't work. I couldn't work on the Z, so that sent me back a little bit. So that's why it's taking me a little bit longer than I thought it would. I am doing this all by myself. I'm trying to do it because, first of all, it's a learning experience. Second of all, I'm not trying to pay no bands to have somebody else do it for me when I know I can do it myself. You know, you can gain knowledge from this and whatnot. But yeah, that's why it's taking me a lot longer, because doing it by myself, got sick, sent me back a couple of days, but it's all good. I do feel a little bit better now. You guys can still hear by my voice, I still am kind of sick, but we're gonna be straight. I'm sorry for just yapping away, but I do gotta catch you guys up on everything. I'm trying to get this thing back together so I can post more on YouTube and definitely post more on Instagram. That's where I post the most. And speaking on Instagram, real quick, I did hit 10K on Instagram recently. I just want to thank you guys for that. I never thought I would ever hit 10K on Instagram. That was a big milestone for me, so I appreciate you guys for that. And before we get started with today's video, go down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and let me grab my stuff so we can clean the engine bay, and let's get to it. Just like that, guys, I got pretty much everything that needs to be covered up. Trans, the cats, I got that covered up. Everything else should be straight. I'm not really worried about getting anything else too wet. It's pretty sunny out, so it's gonna dry anyways. I am gonna be using this. I picked this up a while ago. I barely have any left, so hopefully it's enough to get the job done. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up somewhere just so I can really like get in there, clean it up. I'm gonna set you guys up, do a little time lapse real quick, and I'll show you guys what it looks like after everything is all clean. time lapse is now done. I hope you guys enjoyed that little time lapse. I know you guys seen where I kind of washed down the new engine. Honestly, that didn't even help at all because it's still very, very dirty. I'll give you guys a closer look at that. The engine bay does look somewhat better. It honestly didn't look too terrible in the first place, so it's not really that much of a difference. Let me show you guys real quick. I wish the sun was kind of hitting in here. It's kind of hard to tell, but it looks a little bit more cleaner in my opinion. Like all that right there looks really clean. Clean up this spot. I clean up everything like you guys saw, but yeah, it does look better. It doesn't look as filthy as it did earlier, but as long as it's clean, I know it's clean, and that's all that matters. But I did give you guys a closer look into the new engine. So here it is. It looks kind of bad because I did put water on it, whatever. I tried to clean it, but hey, it doesn't look that clean. I don't really mind because I'm gonna swap mine over onto this one because that one looks a lot better than this one. The engine on the outside doesn't look the best, to be honest. I'm gonna be real. The back looks somewhat decent, looks kind of clean. I do have to take off the torque converter off and this flywheel to be able to put on my new clutch. I've seen videos how to do it. It doesn't look too bad, but yeah, like I said, this engine cost me around $1,500 before tax and shipping and whatnot. I did swap over some parts already onto this new one. I did put in my new thermostat right there. I put in my new thermostat and this new Z1 radiator hose. I swapped over some of the pulleys right here. This one, and I think that was it. I do have a chrome Tome oil cap, so that'll look really good right there. I have my intake already. I have a lot of good stuff that I can throw onto this one, so I'm not really too pressed on how it looks right now when I know I can make it look better. But this wiring harness is for an automatic. I don't really care that I got it wet or anything because I don't really need it, and they did cut off a lot of stuff from this wiring harness whenever they took it out. I wish I knew the backstory of this motor, but only thing I know is that it's from Japan and it does have low miles, so that's pretty good. I did notice that right here, this is where the fuel injector is. The wiring right there is pretty bad. I think I'm gonna have to swap over mine. Oh shit. I'm gonna have to swap over mine, which is fine because I did buy new injectors, so I'm just gonna throw those in. Like I said, it's gonna be like somewhat of a brand new engine. I have a lot of good stuff I'm gonna throw on here. But now I'm going to take out this cover. I'm gonna take lots of pictures of the wiring harness right now, just so I can, you know, kind of get a good idea on what, you know, what goes where and whatnot. So yeah, that's the goal. Like I said, just to take off this wiring harness. And let me take off this cover and let's get to work. I do have a lot of Z1 hoses right here. I got this one. I got Z1 coil packs I can throw in. I'm gonna buy new spark plugs for the new motor. I think I'm gonna buy a new starter too. This one doesn't look the best. And these guys I bought the motor from, they took the starter off. They didn't even include it. It would be like right over here somewhere. Nowhere to be found. That's really messed up. But yeah, I'm probably gonna buy a new starter. I'm gonna have to buy new O2 sensors because this would be a pain to change once the engine is in the bay again. If you guys are still here, bro, I appreciate you so much because I know I'm just ranting and yapping away, but I'm just trying to fill you guys in and update you guys on everything, let you guys know what's going on. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take my time, do this. I'll probably update you guys once I have the wiring harness off because I'm trying to get this done as soon as possible. Yeah, see you guys in a bit. All right guys, some time has passed and I finally got the old wiring harness off and I got the new motor wiring harness off. Honestly, it wasn't even that bad. It was way easier than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a lot more complicated, but honestly, it wasn't even that bad. Let me show you guys what I've got done so far. All right, so this is the new motor, and as you guys can see, the whole wiring harness and all these other, you know, hoses and stuff is off. Like I said, it wasn't really that bad. These coil packs, I still have the Z1 on those. I didn't order my spark plugs yet, so I'm waiting to order those first. Then I'm gonna swap those over onto here. I also have this on the older motor I put in here. This as well, you guys can barely see it, but this right here, I swapped that out. Put the Z1 hoses on as much as I could. There's one right there too. Yeah, and let me show you guys the old motor. I do have the Z1 hose right here I need to take off, but I'm gonna wait till I take off the plenum and then do all that stuff. I can't wait to clean this up. I think I'm gonna do like very light sandpaper and like kind of sand it off a little bit, you know, get rid of that stain right there. That's always been there since I bought it. Trying to clean it up, make it look as nice as I can. I won't say I'm almost done, but like I'm close to being there. I still got to put on the clutch, the flywheel, and stuff like that. I got to torque those to spec. Still waiting on those gaskets and a plenum spacer. And yeah, besides that, like we're almost there. I'm glad that I just like decided to not record while I was taking out the motor, because nobody really likes to see that. So I decided to get that out first, show you guys the whole swapping over stuff process. And I'll definitely film when I get the new motor in. I'll definitely have to make more videos on that too. RIP to the OG motor. I'm not even gonna lie, this motor has been through some stuff. RIP to this one. I'm surprised it lasted me as long as it did, honestly. I think I only put close to like 12 to 15,000 miles since I bought it. That's not a whole lot, but it still lasted me a good while. I'm glad that I was able to drive the car for a couple years. It barely gave me issues. The only issues I really had was the cam position sensor and the crank sensors. Other than that, this motor is pretty reliable, besides the, you know, burning oil all the time. But that's pretty much going to be it for today's video. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. I really want to get out a video to update you guys on what's been going on. I know the last video you guys seen, the car was literally running, it was straight, and now the car has like no motor in it. I'll definitely keep you guys updated. I'm going to make a new video once I put the clutch on. Once I get the new parts, I'll definitely make a video on that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.